Well, it is just after 10 p.m. on Thursday evening, and you know what that means. It is time for darts, the online darts live league, live on Sporty Stuff TV and on the online darts YouTube channel. It's all about getting to finals night here on Saturday. Tonight we'll see the start of the action in Group B, having already seen Group C kick off this afternoon and Group A completed earlier in the week. We'll start this evening's entertainment by running you through what has happened so far this week. In Group A, Colin Osborne topped the pile and therefore advanced straight through to finals night. Osborne will be in action on Saturday night. Feet up for the next couple of evenings. Chris Gilliland and Jim McEwan finishing in second and third respectively, moving into Group B and will be in action this evening, while James Richardson, Richie Burnett and Mike Warburton finishing in the bottom three places, meaning they all went into Group C, which took place, or which got underway this afternoon. It'll finish Group C tomorrow. Let's have a look at the league table for that as it stands overnight. And those three players that I just mentioned are joint top of the Group C table. James Richardson, Mike Warburton and Richie Burnett all on 8 points. They were joined by Matt Dennant, Josh McCarthy and Steve Perrin making his debut at the Online Darts Live League, but it was a punishing day for him, failing to get a win under his belt, Steve Perrin. So Richardson, Warburton and Burnett playing really for those top two spots to join Colin Osborne in the winners group. Here in Group B, which gets underway this evening, there are 5 men in action and they're playing for 3 places in the winners group. And these, well, that's the Group A fixtures from earlier in the week, but the players playing tonight are Mark Webster, Rob Collins. We've also got Jim McEwan, as I mentioned, and Chris Gilliland, and Wes Newton, the former Premier League player. The action will kick off with Newton against Collins. Webster then takes on Chris Gilliland, and Jim McEwan then gets in action against Wes Newton. All players will play each other once over the course of the evening between now and around 1 a.m. And then they'll do it all again tomorrow night. Of course, Group C will be completed tomorrow morning as well. So some big names in action. Mark Webster, a former world champion, no less, of course, back at the Online Darts Live League. Wes Newton, fellow Premier League player alongside Mark Webster. We could be in for some excellent entertainment. A high standard of arrows action, of course, this evening. I'm Chris Murphy, and I'm going to talk you through all 10 matches that we've got tonight. Kicking off, as I said, with that meeting between Collins and Newton. So, Colin Osborne already through to the winners group, just to recap. 2 players joining from Group C, and then 3 of the 5 players that are in action this evening will join the winners group on Saturday and have the chance to join Champions Week, which gets underway on the 10th of August, Tuesday the 10th of August, Champions Week getting underway. So that is who's playing tonight. That's what's happened so far. Let's get the action underway then. The first match is Wes Newton against Rob Collins. There is Rob Collins, a winner of the Challenge Tour title last year. The man who plays his darts in the Hampshire area, ready to go up against Wes Newton. The Warrior. Just a bit of a little chat between the pair before the action even gets underway tonight. The Fleetwood Flinger, now 43 years of age, twice a Premier League participant, as the graphic there showed us, of course, a former European Championship finalist as well, up against Rob Collins, a Urys junior, a Challenge 2 winner, as I mentioned, last year from Bognor Regis in West Sussex. It's going to be, I think, a highly competitive group this evening with the likes of Newton, Collins and Webster. Remember, a couple of players that progressed through what was a very competitive Group A this week. Gilliland, the modern amateur darts qualifier, joined by Scotland's Jim McEwan. It's anybody's game, but 5 must become 3 for a place in finals night on Saturday at the Online Darts Live League. Who do you think it will be? Let us know. Get involved on social media. At Darts Live League is our Twitter handle. Tell us who you think will come out on top. We are live on Sporty Stuff TV throughout the evening's action.
To throw first. Game on.
And our match official, Charlie Corstefine, gets things underway. Wes Newton with the throw. And the first of this pair's duels. They'll play again tomorrow, of course. Whoever is in the top three at the end of the two nights' play will progress to finals night on Saturday. And then the top three from finals night, made up of the 6 players from groups A, B and C that are successful.
45.
The winner, the runner-up and the third place playoff winner on finals night will then progress to Champions Week and will play for the chance to pocket the £6,000 winner's check.
$120.
A bit of misfortune for Rob Collins, the man of steel.
$59.
Suffering a bounce out, and that's allowed Wes Newton to get himself down to a finish first.
$83. Wes should require 167.
So 167 for the Warrior. It would have been a wonderful start to tonight's action.
99.
But he just leaves it handy on 68 to take the first leg after a dozen darts.
$96. Wes should require 68.
$16 or 8. And now double 16.
52.
Rob Collins has the chance.
Rob, you require 157.
To nick the leg. Can the man of steel steal it? Not on this occasion. So, Wes Newton, prolific player, formerly
60.
in the top 10 of the PDC World
Wes
Rankings.
requires 16.
Now, plying his trade here at the Online Darts Live League and looking to take the first leg. Well, it's a good job that he missed the green bit there. He would have been bust. Now he wants a different green bit. Double 4.
Game shot on the first
And Wes
leg.
Newton
Wes Newton
nails it to take the first leg of the night here on Thursday evening as Group B gets underway with a winning start in leg 1 for Wes Newton.
Second leg, it's Rob to throw first. $100. $46. $43. $46.
What a poor start from the pair of them. In leg 2.
$96. $45. 140. $85. Rob, you require 122.
1-2-2 doesn't need to go for the bulls at the end of this, which is why he was aiming for treble 20 rather than the conventional route of treble 18.
42.
Newton a long way behind in this second leg. Collins on course for a very firm hold of throat.
100. Rob, you require 80.
Players that have never met each other before on the hockey. Collins can level up by pinning
60.
double top. Just comes up short slightly. And the Warrior now hoping to apply some kind of pressure.
60. Rob, you require 20. No score.
And he will get a chance to break here, Wes Newton. Perhaps one he wasn't expecting because Collins has missed 4 darts at double. So a treble 20 followed by a double 20 would steal the leg.
99. Rob, you require 20.
Newton narrowly misses. Can Collins finally get over the line in this leg? He does. On double 5, Rob Collins made hard work of that in the end, but found the double 5 to level up the match after 2, all on throw so far.
It's Wes to throw first. Game on.
In tonight's opener. A quick run through the order of play for this evening. Mark Webster, the former world champion,
100.
takes on Northern Ireland's Chris Gilliland, who viewers who've been watching on the Online Darts YouTube channel during the day this week will have seen in Group A, finished second, ahead of Jim McEwan in third, who will play our third match tonight against
45.
Wes Newton, before Collins and Webster clash for the third time in the Online Darts Live League, and then Gilliland carries on his contest with Jim McEwan, who
96.
he's played, of course, 3 times already this week. And it will be Newton against Webster, Collins v Gilliland, and Webster McEwan before Newton, Gilliland, and Jim
100.
McEwan brings the action to an end against that man, Rob Collins. 10 matches for you to feast your eyes on a Thursday evening, live on Sporty Stuff TV.
140. $119.
And Newton in control of his own throw once again.
82.
The man from Fleetwood, not far away, of course, from Blackpool. The World Match Play completed last week at the Winter Gardens, won
59.
in sensational style by Snakebite Peter Wright, who
83.
powered to the title. Newton, of course, hit a 9-darter on that very stage himself. But he'll settle for a 14-darter here. He'll settle for a 15-darter here.
51.
But he gets neither. Though we'll have at least 3 more at double, with Collins unable to go out. A brilliant 9-dart finish back in 2012 when Wes Newton produced perfection
83.
against Justin Pipe at the
Wes, you require 32.
World Match Play. He was right at the top of his game back then. It was good to see him trying to work his way back. Can he work his way into this double?
No score.
Well, he can't.
Rob, you require 95.
Much like Collins in the previous leg, misses on the outer ring have afforded his opponent an opportunity here.
75.
he's looking for a couple of double tops. Got the
Where's your
first, couldn't
required
find the
32?
second. Wes has now missed 6 at this target. Moving all over the hockey to try and find any kind of angle into this double 16 bed.
Game shot.
And he does find it in the end. Newton edges ahead, but it is a little edgy at the start of the evening. However, Wes Newton leads Rob Collins by 2 legs to 1.
Fourth leg, it's Rob to throw first. $99. $140.
As I said at the start of it, get involved on social media. Let us know who you think will
125.
top the pile at the end of the evening at Darts Live League on Twitter. You can tweet me as well at Chris Murphy 180. Give us your thoughts, your opinions. We were asking viewers this afternoon who they would like to
134.
see in the online Darts Live League. An opportunity for players without a professional tour card to strut their stuff on the big screen. And it's a big score from Rob Collins, the first 180 maximum score of the evening.
125.
And it gets him down to 97 after just
97.
9 darts slung by the Sussex man. May I look at double 19 here or go a more conventional route, which is what he's done. And he finds a double 12 as well. An excellent outshot from Rob Collins to tie up this tungsten tussle at 2 legs apiece. A 97 kill to peg Newton back.
Fifth leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on.
Bit of a nod from Rob Collins.
99.
Geeing himself up, coming on. Have to say he's standing a little close to Wes Newton. Not sure that it's been spotted by Wes or by our match official Charlie Corstefin, but he was inside the exclusion zone there, Rob.
190.
Well, there we see the big Man of Steel celebration to follow the maximum.
$59.
His second in as many legs.
$100. $140.
So a real assault being launched on the throw of Wes Newton here by Collins. He's certainly found his range on that treble 20. It's a third 180, and again, the Rob Collins roar. Kind of a muted roar, a mimicked one. But we knew what he meant. He knows where the camera is, this man.
43. Rob, you require 41.
Does he know where the double top is? Or the double 10?
21.
Can't find either. And now Wes Newton
160.
could pinch a leg with a show-stopping check-out. Not to be.
$100.
Collins then to
Rob, you require 20.
claim control of this clash.
Game shot
And
on
that
the fifth leg.
is exactly what he does. A break of throw for Rob Collins in the fifth leg. Puts him in command because he will throw first in leg 6 with a win in his sights in the opening match of the evening.
6th leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on. $57.
Will be a good start for Rob, who didn't have the darts in this match.
$96.
But towards the back end of it, he's really upped his game, firing in 3 maximums already.
140.
Beside himself, they didn't make it 4. Did reach finals night on
140.
week 2 of phase 2. Rob Collins finished 4th, losing the 3rd place playoff to Jared Cole.
$140. $40. Rob, you require 164.
He's looking for another. Would have given him a dart at the bull. He'll just leave it handy instead and has the match now in his sights. Yeah, that week he finished 4th in phase 2 was actually a week that was won by Colin Osborne, no less, the man who is already through to the winners group for finals night on Saturday here.
$46. Rob, you require 83. $43.
So he leaves tops for the match.
85. Rob, you require 40. Game, shot, and the match.
And Rob Collins claims an opening victory here at the Online Darts Live League. 4-2 success against Wes Newton. Fantastic start for the man of steel. There you see, he upped his game towards the end of it. Those 3 180s, a key factor in how he pulled away, getting that break of throw at a crucial time in the 5th leg with the 97 high checkout, hitting a 3rd of his doubles along the way. Collins claims 2 points. It's a miserable start for Wes Newton, but he'll be back in a couple of games' time. But before that, Mark Webster takes on Chris Gilliland. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, live on Sporty Stuff TV. And the action continues with match 2 of 10 this evening. And we welcome former world champion back to the Online Darts Live League with Mark Webster, the Welshman, taking on the modern amateur darts qualifier, Chris Gilliland, 38 years of age from Northern Ireland.
First leg, it's smart to throw first. Game on.
Made his debut appearance at the BDO World Championship 10 years after his opponent in this match won it. Great to see Webster back at the Online Darts Live League. Former finalist, of course, in the Players' Championship finals as well.
140.
Premier League star in his PDC career, World Championship semi-finalist. Beat Phil Taylor at the Alexandra Palace. Not many men have managed that. A player of excellent darting pedigree, Mark Webster.
60.
But he won't find it easy going against Chris Gilliland, the man from Ballyclare in Northern Ireland, who finished second in Group A after 3 days play. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. In fact, on Tuesday he won 4 out of his 5 matches. Overall won 12 out of
41.
Apologies, 9 out of his 15. Earning himself 18 points, finishing just 2 behind Colin Osborne on 20.
84.
Osborne through to finals night already. But a tournament average so far of more than 90. Very good stuff. We did see in the last week of action, Conor Hennigan,
60.
the other
Mark require
mad qualifier,
120.
producing some decent stuff as well. But Webster
80.
is bossing the first leg.
$135.
Well, he was bossing
Mark
the first
require
leg
40.
and can wrap it up on double top. Should be able to use that as a guide.
20.
Can't get there in the end.
Chris
4
requires
missed darts
65.
to seal the first leg. And will the man who, away from the dartboard, works as a plumber, be getting that sinking feeling here?
25.
Well, his
Mark
opponent
required
cannot
20.
sink double top either. So double 10, a big, big part of Mark Webster's game. This tops and tens. Now double 5.
15.
More missed starts at double from Mark
Chris
Webster.
require 40.
Shaky start from Webby.
Game shot on the
And
first
this time,
leg. Chris Gilliland.
Chris Gilliland punishes. He breaks a throw in the very first leg of his pursuit of reaching finals night from Group B. 1-0 to the Northern Irishman.
Second leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
But 1-0 after Mark Webster missed 7 darts to win the leg.
83.
Gilliland's best average of the week so far, 98.42.
60.
Yet to get over the 100 mark, but certainly been consistently in that 85 to 95 range.
100. $60.
And that leg that Chris Gilliland won, the first of this match, marked a
81.
milestone for us here at the Online Darts Live League. It was our 10,000th first leg. 10,000 legs up at the Online Darts Live League.
99.
And one that perhaps should have been filed under the name of Mark Webster.
180.
But instead it was signed off by Chris Gilliland, who follows it by firing in his first maximum of the night.
135. Chris should require 57.
To leave himself on a simple 2-dart out to take a 2-leg lead.
$37.
Well, is it his turn
Mark should require 147.
to suffer from double trouble? Webby threatening
87.
the 147 break.
Chris should require 20.
Will he be back? Will Webby be back?
10.
The answer is yes. It's 4
Mark
miss
should require 60.
at the outer ring for Gilliland. And now Webster has 2 darts at tops to make amends for the misses in leg 1.
40.
But he can't do it. And he really is struggling
Chris should require 10.
with his doubling.
Game shot on the second.
Gilliland
Chris
is
Gilliland.
the beneficiary of Webster's woes on the outer ring. In each leg, he's missed darts at double, and Gilliland has made him pay to take a 2-leg lead in match 2
Third
this
leg is
evening.
Mark to throw first. Game on.
Nine darts missed in total
60.
at double by Mark Webster. He will be furious with himself. He will feel that this scoreline should at least be 1-all, if not 2-0 in his favour.
100. $96.
For those who are keeping track, Chris Gilliland, the winner of the Online Darts Live League's 10,000th and first leg.
100.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do that all evening.
$100.
But when he won the 10,000th leg at the Online Darts Live League, it was the 50th leg that he won himself from the
60.
16 matches he's now participated in.
$99. $60. Mark should require 146.
Webster's given himself a bit of time once again. How he'd love to just clean this up immediately. Oh, wonderful stuff. Double 16.
140.
But once again, at the end of the visit, Webster can't find the double. An excellent attempt at the outshot.
$145. Mark should require 32.
Not a double he would usually choose to leave Mark Webster, but they're all the same size.
28.
And at the moment, he just can't find any of them.
Chris should require 36.
A disaster on the doubles
Game
for Mark
shot on the
Webster.
third leg.
And
Chris
once
Gilliland.
again, Chris Gilliland cashes in to break again and to take a 3-leg lead in a match that he could have found himself 3 legs behind in. One away from a
Fourth
win
leg,
against
it's
Webby.
Chris to throw first.
13 missed starts at doubles for Mark Webster in this match.
140. 81. 100. 180.
Well, that's better from Webster. Although his scoring hasn't really been the problem in this match.
100.
But he gets himself back in this leg with the 180, his first of the evening's action. Followed swiftly by his second.
Chris should require 161.
Mark Webster not willing to fold here just yet.
$81. Mark, you require 60.
So after 13 misses, 14 misses,
Game shot on
Mark
the
Webster finally nails a double to get himself into this match. He can afford himself a smile with the two 180s to set up the shot, and it's taken out by Webster, who's not done yet.
Fifth leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on. $180.
Well, an unexpected surge from Mark Webster. Almost as unexpected as my appearance on the camera there.
58.
He's actually hit 3 180s in successive scoring visits. Go on, Webby, make it 4. He can't stay out of the red bit.
135.
Almost teeing up the prospect of a perfect leg.
60.
This is absolutely incredible from Mark Webster. Well, he was going to carry on, wasn't he? He's hit 120 to leave himself 66. Probably treble 14 for Mark.
130.
Well, he's gone treble 10 in the end. What a leg of darts. What a fight back from the Welshman. He knows he needs a power scoring to give himself opportunities at doubles. And he's certainly producing that.
56.
Double top. And double 10 to carry on.
Mark Webster.
A quite remarkable comeback attempt. Mark Webster missed his first 14 darts at double in this match. Found himself 3-0 down, but he just raced through 2 legs to get back into it.
Chris to throw first. Game on.
That one a 12 darter from Webster. To go with
140.
The dozen dart leg that he produced just a leg before. 2 legs in 24 darts. In any tournament, 81. In any match, in any setting, that is a world-class standard being produced by the former champion of the world. We have seen once before at the Online Darts Live League, he finished 5th in Group B in week 4 of Phase 2 and was eliminated, not making it through to finals night, winning just 2 of his 8 matches across the 2 nights. He's looking to turn this one around.
58.
Mark Webster, 3-0 down he was, and couldn't hit a double for love nor money.
100.
All of a sudden, he's in the ascendancy. It's happened 15 times before at the Online Darts Live League. A player winning from 3-0 behind.
94.
Hasn't yet happened in phase 3 of the tournament. Mark Webster with another treble here could really set up the prospect
140.
of doing just that.
Chris should require 131.
Gilliland might have to take this out if he is to weather this storm. But he's just questioning something here, Chris Gilliland. 131, he's checking. 94 points he scored last time from 225, so it is right. And he was looking at treble 17. Think he would have fancied 2 darts at double top.
24. Mark should require 40.
Double top is the target for Webster. And now double 10.
20.
Well, he'll hope to get another chance.
Chris should require 107.
With Gilliland still on a 3-figure outshot. But it's one in which he will get a dart at double. He chooses double top.
72.
But he can't quite fend off the fight
Mark
back.
should require 20. Game shot on
And
the
Mark
safe
Webster
Mark Webster
has now tied it up at 3 apiece, having trailed this match 3-0. Couldn't hit a double to start with, but has found his form and will throw first in the last leg decider.
7th and final leg. It's Mark to throw first. Game on.
And it's not really a case of where has this come from, because he put himself in positions to win
43.
every single leg of this match, Mark Webster. Missing darts at doubles at the beginning. Just had to correct that part of his game. 14 failed attempts, and he's hit 3 out of the next 8.
180.
3 in the bed from Gilliland. His second 180 of the match, has asked an early question of Webby in this leg.
60.
Just looks a little disconsolate there, a little concerned. And why wouldn't he be? Because all of a sudden
100.
it is Gilliland who is turning the screw. Webby needs to weigh in with a big one.
100.
Only a ton, and he knows that might not be enough. A knowing look from the Welshman. In terms of the scoring for Chris Gilliland, it probably is a case of where has this
88.
come from, and that's likely what Mark Webster is thinking right now. He needed 2 trebles to leave a finish, so Gilliland
60. Chris should require 133.
may just about avoid the prospect of being the 16th player to lose a 3-leg lead at the Online Darts Live League. And he might avoid it in style.
93.
Well, he couldn't land tops to take
Chris
out
should
the
require
1-3-3.
40.
But at 3-3, Chris Gilliland has put in a fabulous leg of darts.
Game,
And he
shots,
keeps his
and
cool
match.
and keeps
Chris
his head in
Gilliland.
the end. Webster attempting a brilliant comeback, but Gilliland just nudges himself over the line and seals a 4-3 success to get his night off to a winning start. Not much to choose in the averages. The pair of them sharing 5 180s, 3 of them from Mark Webster in a glorious spell, which saw him get rid of a 3-leg deficit, only for Gilliland to land tops to win the final leg and take the 2 points. We will be back in just a few moments' time as Jim McEwan gets his Group B campaign underway against Wes Newton. Welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts Live League. I'm Chris Murphy, talking you through tonight's 10 matches live on Sporty Stuff TV and on the Online Darts YouTube channel. And we are into the third match of the evening as Jim McEwan gets his Group B campaign underway. The Scotsman, 54 years of age, nicknamed Chucky, recently hit a 9-darter at a PDC Pro Tour event. He's taking on the Fleetwood flinger
Game on.
Wes Newton, who lost out in his opening match against Rob Collins, so determined to get 2 points on the board here. Will it be a first win of the evening for Wes?
60.
Or a win for Jim in his first match of the evening? We've just seen Mark Webster threaten to come back from three legs behind against Chris Gilliland, but Gilliland winning that last leg decider after a purple patch from Webster came to an end. Newton went down 4-2 to Collins in this evening's opener. But Jim McEwan has been in action all week here at the Online Darts Live League, participated in Group A, qualified for Group B by finishing third in the table. Produced some decent stuff over the course of the week. Six ton plus checkouts across 15 matches.
59.
Highest being a 156 for McEwan. Win rate of just over 50%, winning 8 of those 15 ties in Group A. A more than decent dartist, this 54-year-old. May well be in the autumn of his career, but did seem to spring from nowhere. Jim McEwan, the man from Girvan. Played some WDF and
60.
BDO stuff in 2019. Has had several attempts to win amateur tournaments, but in terms of higher level darts, we haven't really seen him until recent years. Attempted Q School in 2021, didn't make it through.
127.
But as I said, did play at some of the Players' Championship events this year. Had a run to the last 32 in Coventry.
95.
Players' Championship 19, that's when he hit the perfect leg against Barney. What a moment for this man.
Game shot on the
And
first
what a
leg.
start
Jim McEwan.
for Jim McEwan in this one. He breaks in the first leg on double 16 to take the lead against Wes Newton.
Second leg, it's Wes to throw first.
And Newton impatient to get the second leg underway, having lost the first.
70. $100.
It's a wayward one from Wes. If you need any kind of
82.
reminder about how well he's done in his career, well, this is a man who has 7 PDC floor titles to his name, also a winner on the European Tour as well back in 2013.
59.
Say that quietly in case Online Darts Live League commentator Paul Nicholson is watching, because he's the man that he beat in the final after the asset had done for Michael van Gerwen in the semis, as I recall. That's Newton's first 180 of the night. That was at the Glaspalast in Singlefingen, Germany.
42.
Also had that run to the European Championship finalist in 2012 when he lost out in the decider to Simon Whitlock, the Wizard, claiming his
54.
first and so far only PDC TV title. Newton, off the back of that, appeared in the Premier League a year later and was in it again in 2014. So we're only going back 7 years since Wes Newton was right in the upper echelons of professional darts.
Wedge require 115.
Lost his PDC Tour card at the end of 2017. That's a big number there.
$75.
But he's left it perfectly placed for his return.
41. Wedge require 40.
Teeing up tops. And now double 10. And again.
20.
But once again he can't find
Jimmy
it.
require 138.
Oh, can McEwan pinch it? Another there. Would have given him a dart at double 12.
106. Wedge require 20.
More chances for Newton.
Game
And this
shot on the
time,
second leg. Wes Newton.
the Warrior does find the double and levels up this tie at 1 apiece on throw so far. But that will be a settler for Wes Newton.
Third leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
Missed 9 darts at double in his first match. Wes Newton, he's already missed 3 here. Not to rival the
57.
double duress that Mark Webster found himself facing in the previous match. Missing 19 attempts at the outer ring.
100. $42.
McEwan is the most methodical thrower in this evening's action.
60.
And Wes Newton is a player who likes to get on with it, so the pace
100.
could affect Wes. Actually recall that match I mentioned earlier against Justin Pipe at the World Match Play. And there was a little bit of needle between the pair of them. Newton,
100.
I seem to recall tapping his watch in protest at Pipe's slow play. Well, that's a style of Pipe.
$73.
Newton having to adjust and did adjust and might have to do the same here. Not that McEwan is
60.
by any means the slowest player we've ever seen, although he did compete in the second longest game we've ever seen in terms of time earlier this week at the Online Darts Live League. That was his match against Mike Warburton on Wednesday, which went the distance 4-3 in favour of the Scotsman, Jim McEwan.
140.
Lasted
Jim, you require
26
105.
and a half minutes. Now then, 105 for the man nicknamed Chucky.
Game shot on the third
And it
leg.
proves to be
Jim McEwan.
child's play for Chucky. A 105 out to take the lead here against Wes Newton. Jim McEwan back ahead. All on throw so far after 3.
Fourth leg, it's Wes to throw first. $60. $97. $140.
So win so far for Rob Collins and Chris Gilliland. One of this pair will join them on 2 points, and then it becomes crucial for Mark Webster to try and get a win in the next match. He takes on Collins in that one.
60. $140. $99.
Wes
Wes
Newton
require
himself will be
161.
determined to get a victory here, having lost his opening match to Collins. That was all going with throw, but Collins broke with a 97 checkout in the middle of the match and then went on to win it 4-2.
$29. Wes require 116.
He'll stay there to leave himself double 18. Can't find the treble, but
45.
shouldn't be troubled by McEwan in this leg. Really need a ton 40 or more to apply any kind of pressure.
$100. Wes require 71. $31. Jim, you require 116.
Well, Newton found an innovative way to leave tops then. It was a bit of a gamble. Having hit the 6, had he not found the 25, wouldn't have had a dart at tops. Many players would have gone 15 ball there.
51.
But
Wes
Newton
require 40.
did leave tops, missed it, but has 3 darts to hit it here to level up.
Wes
And
Newton.
only needs 1. It still is going with the throw in this one. Wes Newton ties things up here at 2 legs apiece.
Fifth leg, it's Jim to throw first.
McEwan has the darts.
$96.
Man who has shown glimpses of what he can do.
70.
Over the course of the week. Did well to move himself up to 3rd place. Was actually the winner of 4 out of 5
137.
matches here yesterday. losing only to Colin Osborne, the eventual
85.
league champion, in his first match of the morning, before embarking on a 4-match winning streak that could be extended here.
$99. $45.
Wes not happy with himself in this leg. In each and every visit, he's sprayed darts away from the segment he was aiming for. I'm not talking about the small segment either, the big one. He just needs to
99.
regain a bit of composure, a bit of control.
$140.
And that's the way to go about it.
70.
Leaves himself on a finish just in case McEwan cannot clean up this 70 combination. He will if he hits double top.
30.
But he hasn't hit double top.
Wedge require 161.
It's a long shot, but it's a shot all the same. Well, the Warrior is not going to worry his opponent with darts like that.
18. Jim, you require 40.
Not so much as making a dent in the 161.
Game
And
shot on the
McEwan
fifth leg.
pierces the double top bed to edge himself back ahead. He leads 3-2. Everything on throw, and McEwan still with the advantage in this match.
Sixth leg, it's Wedge to throw first.
Well, Newton needs to hold here and then break in the last leg if he is to
60.
break his duck for the evening. If you are just joining us, Newton was beaten in his opening match by Rob Collins, the man of steel, winning that one 4-2 before Chris Gilliland beat Mark Webster in a last leg decider.
83.
Webster suffering from real double trouble in the early part of that match as he went 3 legs down, but then fought back to force a sudden death shootout.
60.
Only for Gilliland to win a match which saw us pass the 10,000 leg mark in the Online Darts Live League. Been a great success, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. We will
99.
be continuing. Of course, Champions Week just around the corner. The 3 players from Week 4 will join the already qualified players
60.
in Champions Week, which kicks off on Tuesday the 10th of August. Those qualified players include the likes of Fallon Sherrock, the Queen of the Palace, the last ever BDO World Champion Wayne Warren,
137.
former World Youth Champion Aaron Monk as well. Will certainly be worth a watch, and they'll be playing for a £6,000 winner's check. Well, Newton snatched his darts out of the board and almost destroyed one in the process there, I think. Not happy with his level of performance here, Wes.
$100.
Still has half a chance in this match, but he must first hit big and then hope for a McEwan miss.
140.
Well, he certainly
Jim,
performed
you require 82.
the first part of that operation. But this part is out of his hands and in the hands of Jim McEwan, who has a dart in his hands and double top in his sights.
62.
But he hasn't found it. And Wes Newton
You require 56.
is handed the opportunity to take this match into a 7th and deciding leg.
36. Jim, you require 20.
Not so near yet so far for Wes Newton.
Game,
And
shot,
McEwan
and the match. Jim
is
McEwan.
on the march. He kicks off his evening campaign in Group B with a win over Wes Newton. That's now 5 wins on the spin for Jim McEwan this week. An 85 average almost. Newton hitting the only 180 of the match, but a 105 checkout for Jim McEwan in there. 100 plus checkouts have been a speciality of his this week, and he gets over the line against Wes Newton, winning it 4-2 to pick up 2 points in his opening match. The action continues here at the Online Darts Live League, live on Sporty Stuff TV and on the Online Darts YouTube channel. And it's a meeting between Mark Webster and Rob Collins coming next. Collins, who won his first match of the night against a former Premier League player in Wes Newton. He's facing another one here in the Welshman, Mark Webster, 2008 champion of the world, going up against winner on the Challenge Tour last year in Bognor Regis's Rob Collins, the man of steel. Can Collins see off the Denby ace, Mark Webster?
First leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
Just as he did for Wes Newton in the first match of the night.
83.
The players battling it out, remember, for 3 places on offer from Group B for finals night. So it's not all about topping the table. If you just get in that top 3,
99.
then you will make it to finals night on Saturday. And we'll join Colin Osborne in the top 2 from Group C. Group C will be available to watch the
46.
conclusion of it from 9:30 a.m. tomorrow live on the Online Darts YouTube channel. And then we'll be back live on Sporty Stuff TV for the
60.
final night of Group B action and for finals night here on Saturday, 10 p.m. An evening watching the arrows. What better way to spend your Thursday, Friday and
81.
Saturday night? This pair have met twice before at the Online Darts Live League.
60.
And Rob Collins produced a 104.22 average when he beat Mark Webster 4-3 about 6 weeks ago. The day before that, Mark Webster had thrashed him 4-1, firing in 107.48. 3-dart average. Are we going to see
140.
anything similar here? So far it's 2 points on the board for Rob Collins, 2 for the MAD, that's Modern Amateur Darts qualifier, Chris Gilliland.
123.
And 2 for Jim
Mark
McEwan, the
require
Scotsman.
142.
And Webster looking for a big finish. He might stay there. He chose to. Looked like a good guide.
90. Rob, you require 75.
Collins to hang on to his throw. Needs an 18. Oh, that's unbelievable.
35.
Missed the board entirely when all he needed
Mark,
was
you
that big
require
18
52.
segment. And Mark Webster is looking to capitalise on the catastrophe from Collins.
Game shot on the first
And he
leg.
does so.
Mark
The left-hander
Webster.
pinning double 10 to break the throw in leg 1 after that missed big number from Collins. Webster wins the leg.
Second leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
And it's an immediate break of throw for Webby, and it'll be a settler for him as well because it took him 15 attempts at double to nail one in his opener against Chris Gilliland, a major factor in that defeat. So to have found double 10, just a second attempt at the outer ring,
180.
will be pleasing. That will be a pleasing
59.
response for the man of steel, Rob Collins, who fires in his 4th 180 already this evening.
$57.
Mark Webster has already racked up 3 himself.
138.
Deciding not to stay there, doing the sensible thing to ensure he left a check out because 1 treble would leave Collins a finish as well. A smart shot from Webster.
100. Mark, you require 170.
Oh, that's perfect. But he doesn't get a dart at the bull.
105.
Collins may look to
Rob,
fire
you
in
require
2 treble 19s here.
164.
And that's perfect for him. And he does get a dart at the bull.
170.
But Collins cannot find
Mark,
the
you require
centrepiece.
65.
Or 12 now for Mark Webster to try and find it himself. And it would be a party piece,
40.
this. Good attempt because that dart
Rob,
below
you
it was
require
blocking
47.
the bullseye bed. Collins earns himself 2 darts at tops.
7.
But has missed them both.
Mark, you require 25.
And now Mark Webster will take aim at double 12 to double his lead in the match.
13. Rob, you require 40.
A reprieve for Rob Collins.
Game
And
shot
he
on
finally
the
gets
layer.
there, brushing
Rob
the barrel
Collins.
of the marker dart, deflecting it into the double 10 and breaking back immediately to tie it up at 1 apiece.
Third leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on. $137. 43. 60.
Well, each player has missed darts at double to hold their throw and
59.
then been broken by their opponent. That means that Collins has the marginal advantage of throwing first in more legs than Mark
60.
in this race to 4.
$57.
It is the 4th match of 10 that we will be showing live on Sporty Stuff TV this evening.
100.
Following it, Chris Gilliland against Jim McEwan, a pair that have met already on 3 occasions this week. McEwan getting the better of the MAD qualifier
190.
yesterday.
Rob, you require 144.
Another would have left double 12 in this meeting between an Englishman and a Welshman. We've got a Northern
104.
Irishman and a Scotsman coming next. And then it will be England against Wales again when Wes Newton takes on Mark Webster.
100. Rob, you require 40.
So Collins to hit the front for the first time in the match.
Game shot on the third leg.
And he nails
Rob
double
Collins.
top. The obligatory Rob Collins celebration follows it as well. He leads Mark Webster 2-1 and is on course to make it 2 wins from 2 in Group
Fourth leg,
B.
it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
Can the Welsh left-hander Mark Webster stop him?
58.
Of course, we've seen his former Welsh Cup World Cup teammate in action over the course of the week. Richie Burnett, a fellow former world champion as well. He's battling it out in Group C for a place in
60.
finals night as he bids to defend the Online Darts Live League title that he won at Champions Week in Phase 2.
132.
Burnett will also be in action at the start of 2022 at the inaugural World Seniors Darts Championship. Tickets for that event are available via dartshop.tv.
42.
The likes of Burnett, Martin Adams, players that you've seen at the Online Darts Live League, but also John Lowe
82.
and the 16-time champion of the world, no less, Phil the Power Taylor, at the very first World Seniors Darts Championship. You don't want to miss that.
100.
Dartshop.tv for ticket information.
$59.
That event taking place at the Circus Tavern. Well, Mark Webster himself has a very good World Championship record across both codes, winning, of course, the
96.
BDO title back in
Mark
2008.
170.
Twice a semi-finalist in the PDC event at Alexandra Palace.
58.
Back-to-back years, beating Phil Taylor in one of them. 2011 when he saw off Taylor before losing out to the eventual champion Adrian Lewis. Lost to Taylor in the semis in 2010, who went on to win the title. And he also reached a quarters, you may remember,
Mark
in 2014.
112.
And even as he dropped down the rankings, Webster reached the last 16 in 2 of his last 3 years at Alexandra Palace. Now he's looking at double 16.
80. Robbie require 145.
Shot that would have denied Collins an opportunity to take out a big finish. Would be the biggest we've seen tonight, but it's not to be.
105.
He leaves it very, very
Mark
handy,
32.
and Webster simply must not miss. It's getting tricky. It's getting sticky for Mark Webster,
No score.
and he can't find a way through,
Robbie
and that might
require
just
40.
harm his chances of going through to finals night.
Game shot on the
Because
fourth
Rob
leg.
Collins
Rob Collins
breaks a throw and is now one leg away from inflicting a second successive defeat on Mark Webster this evening and getting a second consecutive win for himself.
Fifth leg. It's Rob to throw first.
And Collins beating Wes
Game
Newton
on.
in the opening match of the night's action here on Sporty Stuff TV. Webster then beaten by Chris Gilliland, and that break of throw
140.
has put Collins in command of this one. Last starting hand always hurts more, and if you were looking at Webster in the background,
95.
you would have seen that it hurt him.
$140. $42. $100. $100. Rob, you require 121.
So to win convincingly, and to win in style,
Game, shots,
Collins
and the match.
beds the
Rob
bull
Collins.
to complete the 1-2-1 combination and to complete a 4-1 comprehensive victory against Mark Webster, taking his points tally to 4 for the evening. Collins producing that brilliant 1-2-1 on the bull to win it. 4 out of 11 on the checkouts and a 180 to boot as well. An average of 87, 10 points better off than his opponent, and he was good value for the win in the end. Rob Collins goes top of the table by beating Mark Webster by 4 legs to 1. Online Darts Live League. We are live on Sporty Stuff TV and the Online Darts YouTube channel. And we have a meeting now between two players who won their first match of the evening. Jim McEwan and Chris Gilliland, two players who progressed from Group A to Group B and have made good starts. The winner of this will join Rob Collins on 4 points at the top of the table. Collins winning both of his opening two matches. So it's Gilliland against McEwan, Northern Ireland against Scotland in their second match of the evening.
First leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
And it is Ballyclare's Chris Gilliland that gets us underway in this one. He enjoyed a 4-3 win against Mark Webster. Could have been more handsome. Webby suffering
60.
with trouble on his doubles, and Gilliland raced into a 3-0 lead but was pegged back before winning the last leg decider. McEwan was more comfortable in his 4-2 success against Wes Newton, which included a 105 finish. To make it 5 wins on the spin actually for McEwan. Won his last 4 matches yesterday and his first this evening.
100.
A pair of them doing battle for the 4th time this week.
58.
McEwan has a marginal lead in the head-to-head, having won 2 of the previous 3, including a 4-1 win yesterday and a 4-2 win on Monday. Sandwiched between those victories for McEwan is one for his opponent here. Gilliland taking Tuesday's tussle in a last leg decider. And Tuesday was a day of last leg deciders. 8 of them.
140.
From 15 matches. This is match 5 of the 10 this evening. We'll be on air on Sporty Stuff TV till around 1 AM.
100.
Every player in Group B playing each other once tonight and again once tomorrow, so still all to play for everybody. Remember that the top 3 in Group B will progress to finals night on Saturday. You'll be able to see the conclusion of Group B at 10 PM tomorrow on Sporty Stuff TV, and the action from finals night where Colin Osborne will be joined by the top 3 in this group and the top 2 in Group A, which concludes tomorrow. 9:30 on the Online Darts YouTube channel for that one.
140. Jim, you require 122.
1-2-2 for McEwan for a break of throw in the first leg. Treble 18. And still treble 18. Well, he couldn't find it with darts 1 nor 2.
23.
And he actually
Chris, you require 41.
leaves himself on a 3-dart out by missing the 20 there. So Gilliland will be feeling comfortable here.
Game shot.
And it is comfortable, Chris,
Gilliland.
as he takes out 41 on tops to hold his throw in leg 1 in his match against McEwan. 1-0 Gilliland.
Second leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on. $57.
Still waiting for some real fireworks this evening. We've had a couple of ton plus outs. The best being the
41.
1-2-1 bullseye finish from Rob Collins in the last leg of the 4-1 victory over Mark Webster in the previous match. McEwan, the other player to have fired in a 3-figure out as he looks for a 3 in the bed shot.
140.
That was a 105 against Wes Newton.
81.
Yet to open his account. The 180 column this evening. Chucky.
$140.
As I was saying, yet to open his account on the 180 column this evening. Chris Gilliland has landed 2.
180.
Make that 3.
Jim, you require 164.
Well, no need here for McEwan to produce a firework finish, but he might fancy it anyway. He's got to go for the bull.
139.
Great attempt from the Scotsman for a super checkout.
$42. Jim, you require 25.
Would have been a 12 darter. I'd be happy to go out in 15 or fewer here.
$13.
But he hasn't managed it.
Chris, you require 157.
So having gone for the fanciful finish, McEwan's throw is now under threat. Oh, he wasn't far away, was it?
97. Jim, you require 12.
Has to hit this time, you would feel.
Game shot on the
And
second
has hit.
leg. Jim McEwan.
Double 6 to tie up this match at 1 apiece. And the pair that have met 3 times already this week, going toe-to-toe, all on throw. So far, 1-1.
It's Chris to throw first. $123.
Unfortunate last start, just finding the wrong side of the wire. Can McEwan finally open that 180 account?
180.
There is the affirmative answer for the Granite Girvan man.
100.
Now, are they going to be like buses? You wait an hour for one, and then 2 come along at once.
125.
McEwan misses the bus.
$140.
But it is Gilliland who gets down to a finish first. Important 140 that for him. Because McEwan is making excellent progress in this leg.
$140.
He's left himself on a simple
138.
2-darter after just 9 missiles tossed. Once again, Gilliland gets the first
86.
treble in an equation, but can't complete it.
Jimmy require 56.
And an excellent attack on his opponent's throw from Jim McEwan. Does it result in a break of throw?
16.
It does not.
Chris require 52.
A storm weathered by Chris Gilliland,
Game shot on the third leg. Chris Gilliland.
who plants his dart in double top to take the third leg and to take a 2-1 lead in this meeting with McEwan.
Fourth leg, it's Jim to throw first. $85. 140.
Well, is it going to be Gilliland's turn to launch an assault on his opponent's throw this time around?
$60.
There's only been one match between this pair in the 3 that they've played this week where they've averaged less than 90. And they are producing a very good standard again here. No player's averaged more than 90 yet this evening, although Rob Collins was just below it in his opener. But here, Gilliland on around 96 and McEwan not far behind him in that department.
83.
And the players that played in Group A were certainly in the groove this afternoon in Group C. Richie Burnett, James Richardson and Mike Warburton all
83.
finished on 8 points, but only 2 players progressing from that group. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow. Those 3 battling it out for 2 places, with Matthew Dennant, Josh McCarthy and Steve Perrant hoping to have something to say about that.
100.
The action will be live on the Online Darts YouTube channel from 9:30 AM for those of you who just can't get enough of the Arrows action. Tungsten and toast for breakfast.
96.
Well, McEwan is making a meal of this leg, and that has allowed
95.
Gilliland the opportunity to break.
Require 85.
Having seen his throw threatened in the previous leg, Gilliland now has a chance. He hasn't missed a dart at double yet until now.
75.
And he misses 2.
Jimmy requires 78.
To present a present to McEwan. Gilliland bearing gifts.
$60.
But McEwan unable to accept.
10.
So double 5 to take control of this clash.
Leg. Chris Gilliland.
And that's exactly what Chris Gilliland does. He leads 3-1 with a break of throw to boot. And he's 1 away from a second win of the evening.
5th leg, it's Chris to throw first.
Would be a perfect first half of the evening's action for Chris Gilliland, the Ballyclare man.
81.
Who finished second in Group A, losing out on a place at finals night automatically by just 2 points to Colin Osborne. He'll fancy himself after a start like this to finish
96.
in the top 3 of Group B and join Osborne and others on Saturday in that winners group.
134.
Started this evening with a 4-3 win against Mark Webster and looking to follow it up with a more comfortable success here against Scotland's Jim McEwan. A win that would tie up their head-to-head tally as well at 2 apiece.
45.
And coming up after this, it is a meeting between 2 men who used to play in the Premier League in Wes Newton and Mark Webster.
140.
Perhaps many people's on paper highlight of the night, but it's become a very significant match when you consider that both players have lost their first 2 matches of the evening.
Chris should require 146. $114.
Gilliland looks on course to win his first 2. McEwan just trying to ruffle his feathers
180.
with his
Chris
second
required
max
32.
of the match. Has he managed it? Is it enough to put him off? Well, they were both pretty wayward.
Game, shot,
But he
and
finds
the
a
match,
way
Chris
in the
Gilliland.
end. And it is 2 wins out of 2 for Chris Gilliland of Northern Ireland. A comprehensive 4-1 success in the highest quality match we've seen so far this evening. An average of more than 95 for Gilliland, his opponent not far behind him in that department. But Gilliland hits half of his doubles, a 52 check out the highest for him, and that double 8 to win the match sees him double his points tally to 4 and go joint top of the table with Rob Collins. What a match we have coming next, though, as former Premier League participants Mark Webster and Wes Newton go head-to-head at the Online Darts Live League. Welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, where Mark Webster and Wes Newton are about to go head-to-head. Two players who've met many times over the years. Both former Premier League participants. Wes Newton of Fleetwood in Blackpool. About to take on the Welshman Mark Webster, the 2008 champion of the world.
First leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on.
But in the context of Group B at the Online Darts Live League, this is a very important battle between the pair of them, because both the Warrior and Mark Webster have lost their opening 2 matches and are in desperate need of a win to get off the mark. Not a disaster yet, because 3 players
94.
progress to finals night from this group. And there is another night of action to play, so the winner of this match would be in a much stronger position and level on points with the current third place man Jim McEwan, who's 5-match winning streak was just ended by Chris Gilliland in the previous match.
139.
It's actually the 20th meeting on record between this pair, and it is a remarkable head-to-head roll between them.
190.
We'll come to that in a moment, because Wes Newton has just fired in a maximum to leave himself 96. But yeah, it does make quite incredible reading. Mark Webster has won the last 7 meetings between the pair,
58.
but before
Wedge
that,
required,
Wes
96.
Newton had won 10 on the spin against Webster, who won the first 2. So Newton leads that head-to-head 10-9, but hasn't
44.
beaten Mark Webster for 10 years. The last time he won was back in 2011 at a PDC floor event.
100.
Webster then beat him at the Players'
Wedge
Championship
required,
finals in the
52.
semi-finals, when both of them were really at the top of their game in 2011. And Newton hasn't beaten him since.
Game shot on the first
But he
leg.
does
Wes Newton.
take the first leg against a man who has become something of a darting nemesis against the Warrior. Can he end that drought here? He leads 1-0.
Second leg, it's smart to throw first. Game on.
You'd be happy with a first start at double in double shot there.
100.
Wes Newton having already missed 17 darts at double tonight.
140.
Although Mark Webster missed 19 in one match against Chris Gilliland.
190.
Well, Webby wears in with his 4th maximum of this evening's action, brought to you live on Sporty Stuff TV.
100.
Puts him in a strong position to level up. The most recent meeting between the pair was 4 years ago when they were both
140.
still on the Pro Tour, 2017. The year that Newton went on to lose his card. Webster won that one
41.
convincingly,
Mark
6-1.
require 81.
And double 12 would give him a very convincing leg in the ledger.
57.
Not to be, but he will be back. And Mark Webster lost his tour card just 2 years ago, the end of 2019. He finished 4 places out of the world's top
50.
64,
Mark
which is where you need to be to stay in
24.
it.
Game shot on
Well,
the
he's in
second
that.
leg. Mark Webster.
And he's in the match. Mark Webster off the mark in this one. He holds his throw and ties it up at 1 apiece.
Third leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on.
Newton suffering defeats tonight so far.
83.
The hands of both Rob Collins and Jim McEwan. Collins winning both of his matches this evening. As has Chris Gilliland, who beat Webster in his first
96.
match. Webster then also on the wrong end of a Rob Collins defeat.
60. $99. $140.
Well, Newton was sure that he'd fill that up. Webster may look at the bullseye here, would be the right shot.
133.
Had he hit the 25, he would be on a finish now. I think he's just seen what he's done there, Mark Webster.
140.
A knowing nod. If it's a 1-3-3 this time, it'll put Newton under some pressure.
59. Wedge requires 78.
Double top then.
38.
This time he does miss, and
Mark
Mark Webster is given an opportunity to sneak in front in this match.
58.
And he was staying
Webster
on the treble
require
20 for a
40.
dart at the lesser seen double 17. But it's 3 at tops for Wes Newton. It's become 1 at double 10.
35.
And it's a wild miss from the Warrior.
Mark to require 56.
Will Webster wobble as well?
18.
Oh, he does. Wrong side of the wire, in the wrong bed.
Webster require 5.
And now Newton has to clean up the bits.
No score.
But he can't.
Mark to require 38. Game shot on the third leg. Mark Webster.
And Mark Webster cashes in a break of throw. It was gifted to him, really, Mark Webster, but he's a grateful recipient. He leads 2-1 and throws in leg 4.
Fourth leg, it's Mark to throw first. $134. 60. 100. 60. 100.
Webster taking advantage of an off-key, off-colour performance so far from Wes Newton.
100.
Could have and perhaps
Mark
should have been
require
2-1 ahead, but
167.
a long way behind in leg 4 now. And Webster not interested in producing a firework finish. He'll just set it up. Nice and simple. On tops after a dozen darts.
95.
And as the clock strikes midnight,
40.
Webster looks to strike midnight on the clock.
Game shot
And
on the
does.
fourth leg.
To
Mark
lead
Webster.
3-1, and he's one away from a first win of the evening against a man who just cannot seem to beat him. 3-1 to Webster. Newton in trouble.
Fifth leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on. $57. 59. 45.
10-year winning streak for Webster against Wes
100.
Newton. Could be about to continue and become an 8-match winning run. I wonder if he can supersede the 10 on the spin that Wes had against him prior to
100.
that. He'll get a chance to play again tomorrow and make it 9. And who knows, he may yet even meet at finals night on Saturday, but it would take
137.
a big shake-up in Group B for both of them to make it. The loser of this match really facing
140.
a mountain to climb when they return tomorrow. Of course, both have another match this evening. Webster against Jim McEwan, Newton against Chris Gilliland.
81. 45. Mark to require 124.
So 1-2-4 for the match. Bullseye to seal the deal.
Game.
And
shot,
there it
and
is,
the
Mark
match.
Webster,
Mark
producing a very, very strong display. He makes it 8 wins on the spin against Wes Newton, a run that stretches back a decade, and it's by far the best performance from Mark Webster this evening. Well earned victory for Webby, 97 average, 4 out of 9 on the checkouts, and a brilliant 1-2-4 on the bullseye to win it. Mark Webster is off the mark in Group B at the Online Darts Live League, and we will be back with some more action in a moment as two men who have won both of their first games do battle. Welcome back to this evening's action at the Online Darts Live League as Group B gets tasty. At the top, it is top of the table clash now between Chris Gilliland and Rob Collins, two players who've won 2 from 2 so far tonight. The West Sussex man, Rob Collins, nicknamed the Man of Steel. There you see, top of the table, with a slightly superior leg difference from Gilliland. Mark Webster and Jim McEwan on 2 points. Wes Newton losing 3 out of 3 and facing an uphill climb if he is to get out of trouble.
First leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
Whoever wins this match will put themselves in a very promising position with a game still to play tonight, and then 4 more tomorrow. The top 3 in this group, remember, make it through to finals night here on Saturday.
60.
Collins has racked up 4 maximums this evening across 2 matches. Wins against Newton and Webster. What a performance it was from Mark Webster just a few moments ago,
140.
when he defeated Wes Newton 4-1 himself, an average of 97. The highest we've had this evening, and a brilliant 1-2-4 checkout on the bullseye, just eclipsing the
140.
previous high finish that came from that man, Rob Collins, earlier on in the evening when he won the match against Webster with a bullseye finish of his own, completing a 121 combination.
60.
Well, this will be an interesting tussle. Gilliland has shown promise all week here at the Online Darts Live League.
85.
And if Collins has been tuning in, then he will be tuned in to the talents of the Northern Irish player.
100. 42.
Looking to leave himself handy here. For a break of throw, the man from
97.
Ballyclare, you can see on the back of his shirt there, a homage to his family cheering him on back in Ballyclare. Partner Natasha and 3 children, Ellie, Logan and Morgan.
94. Chris should require 104.
104 then to bag that immediate break in this match. And he's going to get a dart at double. He opts for tops.
Game shot on
And
the
that
first
is
leg.
why
Chris
a
Gilliland.
perfect start for Chris Gilliland, and he could continue a perfect start to the evening. A brilliant 104 check out to break in leg 1. And he's throwing to double his lead now.
Second leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
Brilliant in so many ways. 1, the fact it was to break, but 2, it was against the other player in the league with a perfect record. Very, very impressive this lad has been.
81.
He is the modern amateur darts qualifier. We're yet to see one make it through to a Champions Week, but I think he's looked the most likely of all of the MAD qualifiers that we've seen at the Online Darts Live League so far.
121.
And he's up against a player that is producing the goods in amateur darts. Rob Collins
140.
has a challenge to a title to his name. Won that early in 2020, did Rob Collins.
24.
In fact, the very first
140.
Challenge Tour event of last year beat Adam Hookvale in the final. We have seen him play in a handful of Players' Championship events as well.
99. Chris should require 140.
Has reached the 3rd round on 4 occasions, but in this match here,
100.
it is a dominant display from his opponent, who tees up tops once again, having hit it at the end of that fabulous 104 combination to
60.
break in leg 1.
Chris should require 40.
Double 10.
Game shot on the second leg.
And he finds
Chris
that
Gilliland.
to double his lead and move within 2 legs of a First defeat of the night for Rob Collins and a third successive win for himself.
Third leg, it's Rob to throw first. Game on.
Excellent performance. We haven't seen a player top the ton mark in the averages so far this evening. Chris Gilliland hasn't managed to do that at all this week. He has
58.
been consistently in the 90s, but he might be about to produce his best yet.
$96.
Just 3 matches remaining after this one. The meeting between Mark Webster and Jim McEwan coming next. Their last, Webby's last match of the evening before Gilliland takes on Wes Newton, and then Rob Collins closes the evening's action with a meeting with McEwan.
140.
A nod of the head from Rob Collins. He appreciates the level that his opponent is producing in this match. An average currently for Chris Gilliland
83
of 102.94. In fact, that's going up. So he doesn't like the last start because he was trying to hit a 19 again to leave a finish.
100
would have been on 170 had he done so, but he can leave himself in a decent spot, meaning Collins would need to take out the 120. That helps. And that certainly helps. So Rob Collins needing to produce a clutch checkout here to stay in this match. He was very, very low with both of those treble attempts,
60.
just suggesting that he's feeling the pinch a
requires
little bit.
61.
And who wouldn't be against this level of performance? Double top again.
21.
Well, this time he can't find it.
Rob, you require 60.
Can Collins claim the leg? He can't.
Chris, you require 40.
Can Chris claim the leg? He can.
On the third leg.
And
Chris
this
Gilliland.
is a very, very good performance from Chris Gilliland. He opens up a 3-leg lead against his top-of-the-table rival and is one away from moving clear at the summit of Group B.
First. $95. $57.
Just not happening for Rob Collins in this one. Averaged almost 90 in a 4-2 win against Wes Newton at the start of the night and was very convincing in a 4-1 win
82.
over Mark Webster, but it's been Chris doing all the convincing in this one. Brilliant performance put on by the man from Ballyclare.
58.
38 years of age, qualified through the modern amateur darts qualifiers. And produced some good performances there,
41.
not least in the final, 103 average in a 4-1 victory against Terry Roach, and we've seen what he can do over the course of the week, finishing second in Group A.
60.
And now Chris Gilliland is strutting his stuff against the man who, at the moment, is his biggest rival for the Group B #1 spot.
93.
But making it 3 from
Chris
3 here
require
would put Gilliland
148.
in with an excellent opportunity of sealing a top 3 place with matches to spare at some point tomorrow. Considering that he's
100.
playing Wes Newton in his final match of the night. Newton without a win to his name so far this evening.
$98. Chris should require 48.
So for the first whitewash win of the night, Chris Gilliland wants double top
Game,
and
shot,
gets it
and the match.
to complete
Chris
a
Gilliland.
very, very impressive display. He powers past Rob Collins to move clear of that man at the top of the table. A huge disparity in the averages there. 15 points difference in that department. Gilliland hitting half his doubles, taking out 104 finish and completing the first 4-0 win in Group B. There are 3 matches left to go. Gilliland has won 3 from his first 3. Welcome back to the night's Arrows action here live on Sporty Stuff TV. It is the Online Darts Live League, also available via the Online Darts YouTube channel. And we have 3 matches to go in Group B. This is the state of play. This pair, Mark Webster and Jim McEwan, looking to join Rob Collins on 4 points in second place. Chris Gilliland leading the pack after winning his first 3 matches. Remember, the top 3 will progress to finals night.
Game on.
At the end of tomorrow's action, everybody to play each other again on Friday night, 10 p.m. live on Sporty Stuff TV. And poor old Wes Newton stranded at the bottom of the table without a point to his name. Will it be a bagel for supper tonight for Wes Newton, or will he manage to win his last match against the league leader Chris Gilliland and blow Group B wide open? That's the game coming up after this one, but focus on this now is
100.
A meeting between the Welshman Mark Webster and Scotland's Jim McEwan, who finished 3rd in Group A behind Gilliland after winning his last 4 matches in that group, and he also won his first of tonight, 4-2 against
58.
Newton, taking out 105 finish in the process, but has seen that run come to an end at the hands of the very impressive Northern Irish thrower
99.
Chris Gilliland, beaten 4-1 by the Ballyclare man who's just seen off Rob Collins 4-0. Collins went into that match having beaten Newton and Webster, and Webster has just won
58.
for the 8th time on the spin against Wes Newton a couple of games ago. Winning run that stretches back a decade for the
81.
Welshman, with his best performance and statistically the best performance of the evening in Group B at the Online Darts Live League. Webster averaging 97.09.
54. Mark to require 140.
He's made good headway in this leg. A straight ton would leave him on tops.
120.
Well, he didn't want to be anywhere near the treble there, rather in the double than the treble. No problem for Mark Webster. He is a excellent double 10 hitter. Seems to be the way with the world's top left-handers. Think James Wade as well. Tops and tens, a big part of his game, as it is for this man. And almost as expected, Mark Webster nails that double 10 to take the first leg in this match with McEwan. Good start for the Welshman.
Second leg, it's Jim to throw first. Game on.
McEwan not at the races at all in that first leg. Was only on 246 when Webster went out after 17
96.
darts. We've seen over the course of the week that he's more than capable. Jim McEwan.
85. $41. 60.
Neither player happy with their return in the previous visit. Webster unable to hunt down a treble. A loose start from McEwan, handing the initiative really to Mark Webster in this leg. The standard has risen as the evening's gone on. No player averaged more than 90 in the first 4 matches of the night, but in the following 3, 4 players have managed to average more than 90. In fact, all of them more than 92 there. 2 over 95 of Mark Webster. As I mentioned, more than 97. So the figures are starting to look very, very decent indeed. He'll win many darts matches with a 97 average. Webster needs to stay straight here and not overcompensate for the step across. Managed to do that. And McEwan is not going to clean up the 164. Might look at the bull at some point in this visit. To take off the 64 if he hits the 25.
93.
But decided not to. Gambled on a big treble. And the gamble paid off.
$140. Jim, you require 71.
Treble 13. For double 16. But McEwan can't find it, and now Mark Webster has a glorious opportunity to get a grip on this match.
Game shot on the
and he tightens that grip by landing double 8 to break at the first opportunity for Webster. He leads 2-0 and throws first in leg 3.
Third leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on.
That's Charlie Corstafine, our referee this week at the Online Darts Live League, presiding over matters,
60.
Shouting out the scores and keeping the players under control. Not that they need to be kept under control. There can be more to darts refereeing than meets the eye.
59. $96.
They're only noticed when they make a mistake, aren't they, darts referees? Have to say, haven't noticed Charlie at all this week.
$60. $100.
It's getting a bit one-sided towards the back end of the evening. We had 2 4-2s and a 4-3 in the first 3 matches, but since then nobody has managed to get more than a single leg in a defeat. Rob Collins 4, Mark Webster 1, Chris Gilliland 4, Jim McEwan 1, Mark Webster 4, Wes Newton 1, and then Chris Gilliland 4, Rob Collins 0.
140. $57. Mark to require 105.
So 105 to move 3 clear. 5 tops.
65.
Shouldn't matter with McEwan back on 200. May as well be stranded in Scotland.
140.
But he's
Mark to require 40.
leaped over Hadrian's Wall.
Game shot on the third leg.
But Webster will not give him a route back into this match. The Welshman leads 3-0 and is 1 away from a whitewash win that will see him pick up another 2 points.
Leg, it's Jim to throw first.
Having picked up his first 2 just a couple of games ago in a wonderful 4-1 defeat of Wes Newton.
83.
Webby now making mincemeat of McEwan.
$140. 135.
Down to earth with a bump, Jim
41.
McEwan, after winning 5 matches on the spin across Wednesday and Thursday. That 4-1 thrashing by Gilliland, and now Webster turning his fortunes around with the commanding display here to follow the one against Wes Newton. And it could have been even better for Mark Webster had he been on point with his doubling earlier in the evening. Missed 19 darts at double in his first match of the night against Gilliland, and almost overturned a 3-leg deficit in that one. Got it back to 3-3, but lost the last leg decider.
120.
Well, just the 120, the point not touching the board. And Mark Webster just sharing a joke with Charlie Corstafine there, asking him if he's sure. He's enjoying himself now, Mark. He wasn't an hour or so ago.
59.
Well, only
Jim,
60 doesn't really put Jim McEwan under any kind of darting duress. But he needs 60 in the bullseye to stop Webster getting a shot at this 140. Won his last match
98.
with a big 3-figure finish, Mark Webster. That was a 124 bullseye outshot against Wes Newton. He's not going to produce any fireworks to finish this one
60.
off. But McEwan,
Jim, you require 30.
needing double 15. It can get dodgy, this.
Game shot on the
But he's
fourth
straight
leg.
in it.
Jim McEwan.
And Jim McEwan avoids the prospect of a whitewash defeat at the hands of Mark Webster. Takes a leg, but he still has a mountain to climb.
5th leg, it's Mark to throw first. Game on. $100. 121. 48.
So just to remind you, the state of play in Group B as we move towards the halfway stage with all the players in action again tomorrow evening, live at 10 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV.
94.
Chris Gilliland has won 3 out of 3 games tonight and takes on Wes Newton to make it 4 out of 4. If that does happen, it will be
120.
4 defeats out of 4 for Wes. Rob Collins in second spot has won 2 out of 3 and will take on Jim McEwan in his final match. Whoever wins this one will join him on 2 for Mark Webster. That would be 2 from 4 because this is the last time we will see him this evening. But it has been a better second half of the night for Webster, having lost his first 2 matches.
58.
And if Webster wins this and then Collins beats McEwan, we'll start to see a clear 3 in those all-important top 3 spots. The trio looking to progress to Saturday's finals night,
58.
joining Colin Osborne, who won Group A and earned his passage straight to finals night. And in Group C,
97.
Richie Burnett,
Jim,
Mike
you require
Warburton
128.
and James Richardson are tied at the top of the table ahead of tomorrow morning's action. Only 2 places available from that group to qualify for finals night. Well, a chuckle from Chucky suggests that he knows his race is running this one.
44.
He's half expecting Mark Webster
requires
to
78.
step up and finish the job here. And his
Game,
expectations
shot, and the
have
match,
been
Mark
met
Webster.
because Webster expertly executes a 78 out shot and completes a second win of the evening. He's turned his fortunes around tonight. Mark Webster lost his first 2 matches, but he wins his next 2, and he will go into tomorrow on 4 points. In joint second place he is right now. We'll see if he stays there. That's the tail of the tape. Webster producing the far superior performance. A 78 checkout won the match for him, sealed a 4-1 victory, and he will go home a happy man tonight with 2 points on the board. 2 matches still to come then, starting with Chris Gilliland, the league leader, looking to make it 4 from 4, and Wes Newton looking to avoid 4 defeats from 4. That's coming next. Welcome back to the action here at the Online Darts Live League. We are ready for the penultimate match of the evening session, and it is
First
a
leg,
top
it's Chris
versus
to throw
bottom
first.
clash.
Game on.
As Chris Gilliland, who's won 3 out of 3, takes on Wes Newton, who's lost 3 out of 3. Gilliland will put himself in a very, very strong position to qualify for finals night if he makes it 4 out of 4 with victory over Newton here. But Wes determined to put himself in the picture.
140. 140. 99. 77. 42.
Well, what looked like a promising start to the match for Wes Newton. It's turning into a dartling disaster because Chris
190.
Gilliland has landed his 4th maximum of the evening. To leave himself on 49 after 12
23.
darts. And Newton
Chris should require 49.
not on any kind of out. We opened this leg, remember, with a ton 40. After Gilliland had scored just 55, but the tables have turned completely in it.
39.
Gilliland, who's already beaten Mark Webster, Jim McEwan and Rob Collins, is looking to complete the full house
93.
this evening.
Chris should require 10. Game shot on the first leg. Chris Gilliland.
And a pair of 5s get him off to the best possible start. Chris Gilliland leads 1-0 in his pursuit to make it a perfect night at the darts.
Second leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on. 100.
Newton hasn't got as far as playing a 7th leg in any of his matches. All 3 of them defeats, and Gilliland is piling on the pain here. He's now the biggest 180 hitter this evening,
140.
having racked up 5.
$91.
Excellent use of the treble 17 segment there, because now when he comes back, if he doesn't find a treble 20, he'll still leave a finish. Assuming he stays straight.
85.
Doesn't do what Wes just did. Well, he's already left to finish by finding a treble 20. And he finds another to leave himself very, very handy indeed on 90 after 9 against the throw. And it's just not Newton's night, is
90.
it? The man who walks out to the famous Kiss song will need a crazy night tomorrow to haul himself out of trouble. Unless
Wes should require 95.
he can turn the tungsten tide in this one. 95 needed, treble 19 for the double, or 25-20 bull. And he gets the ball. What a shot that is from Wes Newton, using the marker on the 25 to place the dart in the bullseye. Will that spark a surge from the Warrior? 1-1.
Third leg, it's Chris to throw first.
The only thing you would say is, brilliant finish as it was, he needed it just to hang on to his throw.
190.
And for the second successive leg, Gilliland hits a maximum at the start of it.
137.
Has hit one in every single leg.
$60.
this match so far, and for that reason, he's averaging way more than 100. 106.06 to be exact. Could end his night on a real high and record his first three-figure average of the week.
$60.
Did actually win his last two matches yesterday as well, Chris Gilliland, so this would take him to 6 matches won on the spin.
$100.
Very impressive spell.
$100. Chris should require 101.
Newton not out of this yet. 101 for Gilliland to deny his opponent a shot at the 88.
89.
Couldn't complete the combination.
88.
Will it be another brilliant bullseye for Wes Newton? 18 will give him a dart at it. That's what he needs.
63.
But he can't find it this time.
Chris should require 12.
And as a result, may find himself once again trailing. A position that he's become familiar with tonight, Wes Newton. And once again, he's playing catch-up. Chris Gilliland leads 2-1 and is 2 away from a perfect evening.
Fourth leg, it's Wes to throw first. Game on.
Wes will be perhaps even more frustrated if he carries on playing like this, considering that he might end up being beaten despite having a much better performance, averaging more than 90 after 3 legs this time. Surely he can put another 2 in there.
180.
Much obliged, Wes. Funny game this, isn't it? He was more the worrier than the warrior.
100.
And then one visit, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like himself again.
$44.
And back it swings. Such a simple game, but it is one that can mess with the minds
100.
of many a top player. Wes Newton has certainly been that in his day, and may yet be again. Who's to say that he won't rise? We've seen, of course, Peter Wright win the World Match Play for the first time at the age of 51, having taken his first world title just 18 months prior.
121.
Wes Newton still has time on his side at 43. That's one of the great things about this game. Age is not a barrier. If you're good enough, you're young enough.
22. Chris should require 80.
Usually pretty good on double top.
Game shot on the fourth,
and he pins it here
Chris Gilliland.
for what could prove to be the pivotal leg of the match. It's a break of throw and one that leaves Gilliland throwing for the win. He leads 3-1.
Fifth leg, it's Chris to throw first. Game on.
And if he does get this leg, then it will complete excellent evening's arrows for the man from Ballyclare in Northern Ireland.
100.
We'll see him increase his winning run to 6 matches, 4 of them in Group B tonight, taking him to a maximum points haul of 8.
100.
Rob Collins could put himself in touching distance if he can beat Jim McEwan, but Gilliland would be all but through to finals night, really, you'd have to say.
100.
It would take a mathematical miracle for Gilliland to collapse and fall out of the top 3.
85.
We did see it happen to Tony O'Shea in the last week of action. Topped the table on Thursday night, only to find himself failing to make finals night following
100.
Friday's action. Well, nothing certain yet, but you'd certainly rather go into Friday evening's action in Chris
100.
Gilliland's position rather than Wes Newton's, that is for sure.
And
it's a perfect setup shot to leave the double that would complete a perfect performance from Gilliland tonight. And it will be winless Wes at the end of the evening's action if Gilliland plants this in double 12. Or this in double 6.
12.
He hasn't found it yet. Wes Newton has a
76.
stay of execution. And he's earned himself 2 darts at double 8.
60.
Well, that could be that.
Chris
a chance to stay alive,
12.
a chance to avoid another defeat this evening. Missed by Wes Newton.
Game,
and
shot.
Chris
And
Gilliland
Chris Gilliland
piles on the pain to Wes Newton and completes a perfect night for himself. He will top Group B overnight, having won all 4 of his matches this evening, and he saved his best performance for last as well. 3 180s, a 96 average, hitting a third of his double attempts and an 80 check out the high for him. The only moment of light for Wes Newton was that 95 bullseye finish, but he's got an awful lot of work to do tomorrow. There's 1 match left this evening. That's between Jim McEwan and Rob Collins. Wes Newton winless on opening night in Group B. Gilliland, 4 wins out of 4. Thanks for staying with us here live on Sporty Stuff TV for the action in Group B at the Online Darts Live League. We are down to our final match of the night, and it's a meeting between Rob Collins and Jim McEwan. McEwan looking to go level with Collins in the league table. If he wins this, he'll move on to 4 points and threaten the top three, those all-important top three places progressing to finals night. Collins looking to go outright second in the table, leapfrogging Mark Webster. But what a night it has been for Chris Gilliland, who has won all 4 of his matches in the group, piling on the misery to Wes Newton, who's lost all
Jim
4.
To throw first. Game on.
4-1 success for Gilliland in that last match that we've just had here at the Online Darts Live League. Interesting evening's action. It will all be done again tomorrow as everything is sorted out in Group B. The top 3 players at the end of tomorrow night's session will join Colin Osborne,
100.
and the top 2 from Group C in the winners group on Saturday. Both of those evening sessions will be shown live on Sporty Stuff TV. Group C will reach its climax tomorrow lunchtime. The action getting underway at 9:30 a.m. You can see Josh McCarthy, James Richardson, Mike Warburton, Steve Perrin, Matt Denon and Richie Burnett, the defending
58.
Online Darts Live League champion, in action from 9:30 on the Online Darts YouTube channel. Burnett, Richardson and Warburton currently in a 3-way tie at the top of the table, but the problem for those men is that only 2 of them can progress.
83. $100.
Collins can put himself in a very strong position with victory here, but McEwan can really open things up with a win.
180.
A wry smile from Rob as McEwan fires in his 3rd maximum of the evening.
$100. Jim, you require 55.
Double top to take the first leg.
Jim McEwan.
An excellent leg of darts from the Scotsman, Jim McEwan. A 14-darter to hold his throw in leg 1.
Second leg, it's Rob to throw first.
Very neat and tidy. 180 setup followed by the 55 checkout.
$140.
Will be 55 next year, Jim McEwan. Enjoying his best darts in his 50s. I was saying before, no barrier age in this game.
57.
Ayrshire County player and Scotland international.
$58. $38. $58. 96.
McEwan finally finding a treble in this leg. Collins a big favourite to level up here, having opened with the 140. Just checking his score, making sure that he'll leave
123.
a finish if he plants another one in there. He wouldn't have had he missed that treble 20.
$140. Rob, you require 122.
Has to go the treble 18 route here with McEwan leaving the big fish. And gets it for a dart at the bullseye. Had a 1-2-1 on the bull earlier.
97.
But can't complete the 1-2-2. Can
Jim, you
McEwan
require 170.
produce the biggest shot of the lot at the end of a leg? What a start. What a dart. But he can't join it with a bedfellow.
130.
And beds the bull anywhere to leave himself perfectly placed on tops. Should Collins not find double 4.
Game shot on the second
But he does.
leg. Rob Collins.
And it is one apiece, and this match is very much still in the balance. Both of the first legs going with the throw. 1-1.
Third leg, it's Jim to throw first. $85. $46.
We do hope you've enjoyed this evening's action live on Sporty Stuff TV.
85.
We will do it all again tomorrow, 10 p.m. and finals night on Saturday. Chris Gilliland leading the pack and all but through to finals night, really. The top 3 in this group will make it alongside Colin Osborne and the top
100.
2 in Group C. Gilliland ahead of Mark Webster in second place. Rob Collins hoping to move between the pair of them and go on to 6 points. Has only lost to Gilliland, but it was an emphatic defeat in his last match, 4-0.
140. $100.
Jim McEwan holding his own on his own throw once again. And Rob Collins can't quite believe it.
131.
How dare he keep hitting big scores against me? Is what that face suggested. And he can't find one of his own.
85.
Well, fair enough.
Jim, you require 60.
Treble 15 to leave 170. It will look good if he comes back and takes it out, but he'll have to rely on 2 McEwan misses at tops to have a chance to do that. And McEwan does not miss and does regain the lead. He takes a 2-1 advantage after 3 legs, all on throw so far.
Fourth leg, it's Rob to throw first.
Well, this is better, Rob.
125.
Well, it's a loose start, but it's not a disaster. Don't shake your head, Rob. Needs to rise himself. But the man doing the rising
140
is Magic McEwan.
96.
I could just watch Rob Collins' face. Don't need to see where McEwan's darts are going.
83.
He greeted that one with a little bit of anticipation, encouraged by the wayward last start, knowing that the door is open here. McEwan had a very marginal lead after 6 legs,
57.
but he could effectively take control of the leg if he can find a couple of trebles in this visit. Jim McEwan is averaging 103 in this match, so no wonder Rob Collins looks resigned, because he's not
92.
threatened anything like that, to be honest, over the course of the evening, Jim McEwan. The best average he's produced this week was 99.14 in Group A. But look, Chris Gilliland has managed to dominate this group without posting a 3-figure average. It's not all about that. He's
90.
lived in the 90s.
Rob, you require 164.
And it's been more than enough. Oh, look at this.
139.
Narrowly missing the bullseye.
Jim, you require 96.
To hold his throw. Will he be punished? Will he be broken? Perhaps. In more ways than one.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
As Jim McEwan
McEwan
lands a killer blow. A 96 checkout after Rob Collins had missed the bullseye for a 164. And McEwan will now throw for the match.
It's Jim to throw first.
Excellent performance. Could be the best of the night's action, this, from Jim McEwan.
100.
Magnetic darts from Chucky. Hasn't missed a dart at double yet.
$96.
There are a handful of players to have done that, but only one of them this week. That was Colin Osborne on Tuesday in a match against James Richardson.
100.
When I say I've done that, I mean not missed a dart at double in the entire match. Hitting 4 out of 4. McEwan on course to join that roll of honour.
95. $97.
Well, Collins on course to suffer
60.
the reverse fortune of Mark Webster really here. Webster losing his first 2 matches, but then winning his next 2. Collins winning his first 2 and on course to lose his next 2. And convincingly as well, against the 2 men who joined this group from Group A.
140.
Chris Gilliland, the league leader, thrashed him 4-0. And Jim McEwan is on the brink here of completing a 4-1 success and going level on points with Collins and Mark Webster, and really
100.
putting himself in the mix to finish in the top 3
64.
and progress to finals night on Saturday. We'll get a dart at double top.
Game,
to complete
shots, and the
a
match,
quite
Jim
magical
McEwan.
display of darts. Jim McEwan, a wonderful performance to win 4-1. The first three-figure average of the evening, 102.71 from McEwan. And he was perfect on the outer ring, 4 out of 4, including a 96 checkout to demolish Rob Collins and move level on points with Collins and Mark Webster in the race for the top 3. The top 3 in this group will progress to finals night. There you see the table. Mark Webster, Rob Collins and Jim McEwan all on 4 points, but the night belonged to Chris Gilliland, who won 4 out of 4. Wes Newton losing all 4 of his matches and has an awful lot of work to do when Group B continues tomorrow. It's Group C tomorrow morning, 9:30 on the Online Darts YouTube channel, and this Group B will continue tomorrow evening on Sporty Stuff TV at 10 p.m. with Chris Gilliland leading the pack.